Hey family, happy Tuesday. You know we're going to answer the subscriber questions, but look, first like, share, and subscribe. So I want to make sure that you get the future videos and you don't miss it. You know I'm holding Fire Cider. I hope you made yours. This stuff it's excellent. It's excellent. You guys need to make it. I show you on the other video. Please go back to the other video and make you some Fire Cider, because the questions I'm getting in, you guys need this. I'm serious. Look, I just got it out because I want to shake it. You have to shake it every day. You shake it every day for those 30 days. You know, you can shake it a couple of times a day. I do it like 3 or 4 times a day shaking. I'm just showing you I got my Fire Cider. Hold on. See, what you don't understand is that Fire Cider needs to be put up in, when you make special tinctures, you have to put it in a dark place. So you want to, make sure it's infusing right. So I just take it out every day, like I said, to make sure that I shake it, to make sure it's doing what it needs to do. But look, the only reason why I brought up the Fire Cider is one of the subscribers has cellulitis. Now, that is a very serious infection. And if they had Fire Cider, it would take care of it internally. It would take care internally. That is a very serious infection. Just want to read to you from my notes. Cellulitis is a bacterial skin infection caused by the bacterial I can't pronounce the word. I'll put it down below. And if it's left untreated, it can be fatal. Now I'm going to put a couple of, don't always put slides and tell you how important it is. But it's pretty much like if you get a skin bite or cut, and if you don't treat it, that's why it's good to put some alcohol. And you don't want to put alcohol, but you need to put some alcohol or some peroxide or something to clean the wound so bacteria won't get in there. And that's why I was talking about the Fire Cider. Look. I try to keep it on the shelf. I try to keep it on the shelf to make sure that I don't have any problems. But I want to talk to you about other things that you can use if you don't have the Fire Cider, because it does take a little bit time to make the Fire Cider. Cellulitis is a bacterial infection, so you already know, if you get cut wounds, what you need to do. That's why mama always tell you. So I'm gonna be mama. Like, put the right shoes on, make sure you got the proper socks on, wear long pants, especially if you're going out of the woods and playing. So you're just gonna make sure you have the proper shoes and proper clothes. But if you get cut, clean the wound as soon as you can. It's very important, because you never know. Like if you cut your scratch yourself on a rusty nail, that poison gets in there, that toxins can cause you to have area is red, hard. And if you notice that it's sore to touch, sometimes people develop a fever. That's when you know it's serious. So just want to make sure that I tell you that if you have a fever, you need to go to the emergency room. You really do. Don't try to do what I'm getting ready to show you. Don't try it. Just go ahead and go to the doctor. Go to the hospital. You want to go to the ER. It's very critical you go to ER. Don't play. If you notice it gets red, because what you can do is you can actually, if you notice that you got a cut and you bandage it, you put some stuff on there and it's not working, and if you just take a pen, you can mind like, why are you writing on my hand? But just take the area, rule of thumb, they tell you to mark the area. Now if you noticing that the infection is spreading, you need to go to the emergency room. So I just want to put that to you. Just go to the emergency room. Don't play. But if you can, you can actually treat it at home. And the only reason why, people say, I don't want to go to the hospital, I don't want to, go in. They ask me all these questions, all this stuff. Look, if you think you have this and you have a fever, go to the hospital. Don't play, because there's nothing to play with. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some remedies that you can do at home. You can use Manuka honey. You can actually apply Manuka honey directly onto the sore spot, directly on, and let it sit there for a couple of hours. You can do it because studies show us Manuka honey, it helps. You got all these words. Look, manuka honey helps with staph infections and MRSA. So it has a antibiotic, or it's antibiotic resistance. I can't even say the word, but it helps. Like um, you got your black pepper. Black pepper helps people, quit smoking. Some words you can't say. So we can't say certain words. So that's why I'm having problems with some of these videos. But look, try manuka honey. You could take it internal. So we could turn it. You take it internal and you could take it external. You could apply it directly on the wound. Next you can use is fennel seeds. Fennel seeds is packed with flavonoids. The seeds can be used externally only to the skin to reduce inflammation and the infection. So 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds in warm water for a few hours. After, take them, grind them with a little bit of water, make it into a paste, and apply it on affected area. That helps tremendously. Look, next is garlic. You already know garlic is already an antibiotic. I keep preaching that and teaching that and sharing. If you don't got no garlic, look, you in a world of trouble. Garlic should be in your apothecary. You already know garlic should be in your apothecary. Garlic has the active compound allicin that's a strong antimicrobial properties. Plus, it helps reduce inflammation due to the inflammation activity, especially in the wound. You already know it's infected. Pus is in there, and then take garlic, get a garlic press. Go ahead and make it into a paste. Put a little, you can use olive oil to make sure you don't put it directly on the skin, because the garlic can kind of like burn you a little bit. But you can use the olive oil as a base just to make sure that you're covering it. And you can actually put that in a wound, or you can actually crush you some garlic, and on an empty stomach you take some garlic and some honey and take it internally, because you want to do this both. You don't want to play. This is very serious, because everybody know what staph infection is. Everybody know what staph infection. You just got to be careful, because you don't want it to get worse. You actually want it to get better, and you can actually monitor it. Like I said, when you put when you actually take a ink pen and circle around the area, that'll let you know if what you're doing at home remedies is working or not. I'll just put it like that. These words, you just can't say certain words. So, and then if you don't like this, if you don't want to smell like garlic, just drink you some milk. Get some flaxseed milk and drink that. So that'll help you not have that smell like garlic all over the place. The next you want to do is you want to use echinacea. Look, echinacea can also be treated for cellulitis because it strengthens the immune system. It also contains the flavonoids with antibiotic, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory, and it also has anti-allergic properties. So that's why you want to take the echinacea. Echinacea, look, everybody know what they're allergic to. So the way you want to use the echinacea, you can actually put it in and make it a paste, or you can make a gel and you can put it directly on the wound, or you can take it internally as well. Because like you want to do, when you want to we got to be careful with our words. When you want to make sure that you are helping or correcting this issue, you want to make sure that you're doing something internally and externally. Next is activated charcoal. The activated charcoal, it helps draw out the toxins and the chemicals and the impurities that contribute to the skin inflammation and infection. All you have to do is mix a tablespoon of active charcoal along with ground flaxseed. You just put a little bit of water on, you make a paste. And that's when you want to apply it on the wound itself. You just leave it there, spread it on the wound, and cover it with a gauze or a paper towel and on the area, and just let it sit there. And after, you can just wash it off. Look, all these things are great. Leave it there for a couple of hours. What you want to do, each method, you want to do it 2 or 3 times a day. It all depends on which one you decide, which one you want to use. You can actually use calendar flower. Actually, calendar flower has flavonoids as well. It's an antiseptic and anti-inflammatory. So what you do with the calendar flower, what you want to do, take 1 tablespoon, you want to boil it. As you boil it, just a little bit of water. As it comes to a boil, remove it from the heat. Once it's cool, you can actually take it and mix it up and apply it on the wound as well. And you want to do that several times a day as well. And you can also use colonial silver. You can actually put it on the affected area as well, and you can take it orally as well. Another suggestion, a home remedy, you can also use turmeric. You can actually take it orally, take 2 tablets. Make sure you drink with either coconut milk and black pepper. I keep telling you, that's the way your body absorbs it. And when you take turmeric, you can actually make a paste with turmeric. You want to take maybe a teaspoon of turmeric. You can take some honey, not the manuka honey, just any organic honey. And you want to take tea tree oil, 4 drops of tea tree oil. Let me just go ahead and make it. So you can actually take just a little teaspoon. So with the turmeric, you just take maybe a little bit of turmeric. So you just take some turmeric, and you want to take just a little bit of honey. You just want to put a little bit of honey, not that much. Just a little bit of honey, because all you're doing is making a paste. You don't want to make it watery. And then you take tea tree oil. All you need is 4 drops of tea tree oil. I don't have a dropper, so I need to use my dropper. So you just need 4 drops, you guys. Just 4 drops of tea tree oil. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you already know tea tree oil is antibacterial and antiseptic. So, and what you want to do is you want to make it into a paste. Might a little bit more honey. And you just mix it up. So the worst thing that can happen is you don't want that infection to get into your blood. And that's the main reason why you want to make sure that you take care of that wound as quick as possible. So if you think it's cellulitis, do this quick. Do this quick. So you see it. It's like a paste. You don't want it watery. You don't want it watery. So you just want it thick. You want it real thick like a paste. Just like that, like a paste. And then what you want to do, you can make it enough. So you can apply this 3 times a day. But what you want to apply it on the wound. You want to apply it on the wound. And you guys, mainly, you will get this. Cellulitis is normally on the legs. It's not anywhere else on the body. But if it happens to be like on your face, neck, on your head, or your extremities, you still can use this. So mainly, I have noticed that it's mainly on people's feet, mainly on people's leg, or their arm. Staph infections is no joke. These staph infections is no joke. Only thing is scary. That's why when you're in a hospital, they're worried about staph infections. Getting this. So, and the way you clean this off, you just get you some water. You just get you some water and you want to put 10 drops. 10 drops of tea tree oil. 10 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just 10 drops of tea tree oil on it. Get your cloth. And you just wipe it off. You just wipe it off. Yep. And you wipe it off. Because with the tea tree oil being inside, it's actually sitting there. It's actually helping as well. So, and that's the way you wipe it off. So, just want to show you some different things that you can use at home, externally, orally when you want to take it by mouth, and or when you want to put it directly on the wound. You should notice that it's actually going away. The soreness should stop. You already know if you got a fever, don't feed that fever. Don't feed that fever. Just make sure you're hydrating. The main thing you need to do is make sure you're hydrating. That's the most important thing. Make sure you're hydrating. And during this time, do not have any sugar. Do not have any sugar. That's like the worst thing you can do. So low sugar. So it's best to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And most people that's susceptible to this is, if you have cracks on your feet, that says best to make sure that your legs and your body is moist. You want to make sure that you don't have any cracks. That's why you shouldn't be ashy. I know that sounds terrible, but be careful. You don't want to be ashy. The people that's more susceptible, look, the rule of thumb: if you have any scratches, scabs, insect bites, or chickenpox pores, just make sure that you are taking care of those areas, because you don't want any staph infection. That's like the worst. You don't want to have cellulitis. You don't want to have cellulitis at all. So just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're eating plenty of fruits and vegetables and exercise. So that helps. Let's talk about prevention. so you won't so this won't happen. Prevention is keep wounds clean, cover them with a bandage. So what you can just mix up some antibiotic cream and apply it. That's the best thing for protection. Mix you up some turmeric, tea tree oil, and honey, and cover it up with a bandage, and let the correction begin. I'll leave it that way. The causes is bacteria through cuts, burns, graze, or bites. Just like I remember watching one movie where a mother had scraped her leg on a rusty nail, and she thought she could just put just wash it over with some water, and didn't pay any mind to it, and she ended up getting cellulitis, take care of the wound, and almost died. So just don't play with this, you guys. And also, you can actually just use tea tree oil by itself. You can actually just take the tea tree oil and actually apply it on the wound. So those are some of the things. So if you can, add that to your apothecary. Add that to your apothecary. Just want to show you some different things that you can do if you think you have it. So just be careful. If you want to try it, make sure everybody got to speak to their doctor. You definitely look, all these different things that I show you and share with you. Understand, if you take any kind of medication, 3 hours. Just wait 3 hours, because I don't want any issues with your medications having a adverse reaction to any of the things that I show you. So make sure if you're on a medication, make sure you work the 2 to 3 hours. Even if it's 4 hours, wait those 4 hours. So just want to just put that out to you, and just know, I just want to make sure that I answer the subscriber questions. Look, you guys, happy Tuesday. Make sure you stay on your probiotic, and make sure y'all drinking water. And I hope you got your fire cider. If you need to, I'll put the link and put maybe the put the ingredients down below, so you can go ahead and start your fire cider. Because look, you can take that fire cider as well. And y'all already know, y'all got stuff in your kitchen now that helps with all these issues. So especially something for the antibiotics. So you won't be, messing up your microbiomes. We don't want to kill them. So look, no stress. Get out there in the sun. Go visit the other doctors, like Dr. Sun, Dr. Water, Dr. Nature, Dr. Sun, Dr. Exercise. You already got up from Dr. Sleep. So just make sure you're taking care of them doctors and Dr. Sun. I don't know if I said that. So just make sure you go visit those doctors as well. So look, you guys, happy Tuesday. I'm Herbalist Viola. Bye. So.